As you can see behind me, yesterday around this time, trucks were lined up all the way almost to kilometer 14 away from the port of entry. But now we can safely say that the port of entry has been opened for the trucks to officially and finally make their way to Mozambique and back to South Africa. Also, Alicia, as you're saying, people are making their way home for the holidays, as many people are starting today with the festive season closing at workplaces, different workplaces. So as you can see, the port of entry is a hive of activity. We do need to note this, Alicia, that yesterday the Border Management Authority told us that the numbers don't look the same as they did last year around the time. Say that yesterday the numbers of the people that they processed crossing to Mozambique was at 50% less than what it was last year around this time. But Alicia, one can easily say that we saw buses transporting people going into Mozambique. We are seeing as we speak, Alicia, people are making their way into Mozambique. And of course, others are coming from Mozambique to South Africa. Yesterday when we spoke to the truck drivers, they did say to us that the 4x4 strike, which is what they call in Mozambique, has concluded for now. So this is their chance for them to quickly go to Mozambique, and for those who are in Mozambique to quickly come back. We can say that the Border Management Authority also said we must let the people know that the border does not close. In actual fact, they temporarily suspend operations, this depending on what they hear from their Mozambican counterparts. We do know that over time they do communicate with their Mozambican counterparts, especially when there's issues or trouble brewing on the Mozambican side. So they would have to temporarily suspend operations, especially, Alicia, for the truck drivers. Alicia?
So, Nonhlanhla, how visible are law enforcement officials there at the border? As we know, this is also the time when we experience quite a rise in criminal elements.
Indeed, Alicia, as you mentioned, we do see a lot of law enforcement officials around the port of entry. If you can just see behind me, immediately when they come into the border, there was the shade. There are police stationed, searching the cars, also going as far as checking the VIN numbers of the car, just to ensure that the cars that cross here are not stolen vehicles. Even before, behind where we are standing, there's a stop sign, Alicia. There are police, they're stationed there, all the way from Coopersdal all the way up to here at the port of entry. We do see traffic officials stationed at the stop sign. Others are stationed under the trees because, of course, it's very hot here, but they are stopping their cars, ensuring road safety. Of course, also, Alicia, directing the trucks where they're going to be weighed and vetted before they actually make their way to the port of entry. Alicia?
And Nonhlanhla, very quickly, how is the process? How fast is the process, the processing of said travelers that are coming in both sides of the border?
It seems like it's quite quick, this compared to the fact that at this time last year we saw a large number of people making their way. And I'm sure, remember, what we hear is that it has been suspended for now. We also understand that people coming from Mozambique are telling us that on Monday, the opposition leader is going to address his followers. So we don't know what's going to happen after Monday. Is the border going to be temporarily suspend operations again, or are they going to continue keeping the port of entry open? But we do know that it's quite effective and quite fast because people are moving in and out, Alicia. Earlier on, these taxis were quite full. People are coming in, Alicia, into South Africa, even those who are going to Mozambique. Truck drivers who are here. If you could have seen earlier on when we came here, the queue that we had yesterday and the days before has actually decreased from what it was, and it's showing that there's actually movement. As you can see, Umzolisi is showing you that more and more people are coming, more and more people are going into Mozambique, Alicia. As you can see, they are waiting for the taxis. These taxis actually take them to Nkomazi and different areas.